Sersi is here in Marvel Strike Force, but where is Ikaris? Is he going to replace Silver Surfer in the raid Milestones and only be wallet farmable? We'll cover this and more in the UK's #1 Marvel Strike Force podcast, the MSF Pod. Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to episode 49 of the UK's #1 podcast on Marvel Strike Force, the MSF Pod. This podcast covers everything that's happening in the world of Marvel Strike Force, which is a mobile hero collect game available wherever else you play your mobile games. We are the lads from 4Player Gaming. You will find us on YouTube under that name. We're also on Instagram and Twitter under the name 4P Gaming, and you'll find the MSF Pod wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and tell all of your alliance mates about us, and a massive thank you to everyone for listening. Introducing the crew today, well, unfortunately, guys, it's just me. The rest of the guys are really busy this weekend, so I figured I'd give you your regular dose of the MSF Pod and go through this week's blog post and all of the information that we have so far. So yeah, my name is Luke. Okay, so first and foremost, let's do red stars and all of that stuff like we normally do. For me, I didn't really pull anything super exciting. I got so after the Omega Red event that happened, I had 2 Mega Orbs to open. I got 50 Corvus followed by 50 Swarm, which was disgusting. And then I advanced further in Dark Dimension 4 and got another Mega Orb and got 50 Kestrel. So I'm close to 6-star Kestrel, which is very exciting. But yeah, that is it for me. Also, 15% drop rate for Sersi when that came. I pulled 4 stars on her, which I'm stoked about. I think I've got enough gold promotion to bring her up to 5. So that is my plan there. Let's have a look back at what happened last week. So Monday, we got a new calendar, Corvus Glaive. I think the majority of people are happy about that. Black Order are still a decent team. Yeah, obviously things have changed a little bit, but what can you do? They're still a great team to have. You know, you can stick on either war offense or defense, and you can still do some damage with them in that. So yeah. Also on Monday, Torna reported a data mine regarding Inner Demon, and he thought that could be linked to Mr. Negative. He's in the data mine, so potentially, Mr. Negative is coming to Marvel Strike Force, which is exciting. And then also he reported that I believe it's Magic could be coming as well. Something to do with some sort of additional revive mechanic for Phoenix, which is incredibly exciting. And hopefully that happens soon-ish. The Lab Experiments event is pretty much wrapped up now. Hopefully everyone got a decent amount of stars on Lady Deathstrike. I got her to halfway to 5 stars in the end, which is pretty cool. Which is awesome. So I'm pretty stoked about that. To be honest, I'm not leveling my Weapon X team up until Omega Red until the Mega Red comes around the second time. So yeah, I'll be holding for now. I'm literally holding my powder until I can throw all of my resources at Sersi. I have unlocked her, and I'll cover that in a bit. Wednesday, patch day. We had a massive patch coming. There's an email that went out with a picture and details of the upcoming patch, with a couple of people fighting Dormammu, and Phoenix's white, black, and gold costume was first showed off there. Looks amazing, and we'll get into that later on in regards to the blog post. But everyone was mega excited about that. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, Phoenix is going to get a rework." They're gonna bring her up to date with the power creep. But by the sound of it, I don't think that's happening. But yeah, her costume looks nice, so I guess that's a good thing. Okay, so there was also a report that Phoenix was going to be dropped down to 5 stars. So she's a 6-star unlock at the moment. So it's Villain Mystic Controllers, and there's talk that she was in the data mine that she was going to get taken down to 5-star. By the sound of it, that has been dealt with. I believe Cerebro reported back and said that that's not accurate yet. Maybe the thing with data mines is obviously there's stuff that's in the data mines that have been there for years and hasn't come to fruition. So you do have to take everything said with a pinch of salt. Like this report of Magic and report of Mr. Negative. They might have plans for them in the future, but it doesn't mean in concrete they're coming next patch or whatever. So, like I say, sometimes it's worth holding your powder with that. For new players, Phoenix dropping down to 5 stars is insane. Like, that is great. For sort of more veteran players or sort of players in our sort of realm, we did the hard work and brought Nobu up to 6 stars. My Nobu is 7 stars now, and doesn't feel nice taking him up because he's terrible. But yeah, so if you're a newish player and you're looking at getting Phoenix, for now, aim still for 6 stars, even though there is a report that she could go down to 5. Just aim for the 6 star anyway. You're not going to regret it. You're going to need to get her at 6 stars anyway. So just, for now, hold your powder, as they say. Right, so let's have a quick look and read through into the release notes and stuff for version 5.8.0. So, harness the power of Dark Dimension and Eternals with Dormammu, Sersi, and Ikaris. Arriving over the course of this release, enhance your roster with 3 new playable characters, Dormammu, Ikaris, and Sersi. New costumes for Phoenix. It's the end song costume, so that's the white, black, and gold costume. I'm not up to date with the comic that costume's from, but I really like it. I do find it amusing, and I do bring it up quite often, that it seems like they love giving characters that go into stealth like a new costume. I find that quite funny. I believe other costume creators, other content creators have also said the same thing. So yeah, that's great. There's a Hawkeye, Hawk Guy costume, which is odd. It's sort of like I think it's a reference to the Hawkeye television show that's starting in a couple of weeks' time, which looks fantastic. And then there's the What If Ultron costume. If you've seen the What If series, it's the second to last episode that Ultron appears in. Me personally, I enjoyed What If. The last 2 episodes are excellent. I mean, I thought some episodes were a little bit weak, but you need to watch all of What If to understand the last couple of episodes. So if you're on the fence, I definitely give it a watch. We're coming up to the holiday season, so throw it on. It is good fun. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be canon or whatever, but there is some really fun stuff in there. There's some voice acting from a lot of the Marvel stars, so from the movies, from the MCU, so definitely worth watching, and definitely enjoyable. So yeah, check it out. But the Ultron costume, moving back to that, the Ultron costume looks fantastic. I'm going to try and get it, and we will cover that later on in this show. Okay, so we also got new Dark Dimension 5. So escape the darkness to recruit the ruler of Dark Dimension, Dormammu. That is not live in the game yet, Dark Dimension 5. I don't believe there's been any reports as to when it is coming, but it's in the, it's there. It's just locked away at the moment. I know a lot of people like Tadano Mac, the guy that beat, I think, Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4 first. I think he's pretty much ready to go. So, we're excited for him to get cracking into that. I'm sure he can't wait. I bet he's chomping at the bit. So, new campaign chapter, Doom War Chapter 4. Earn gear to 15 mini uniques and more in this exciting new adventure. Now, I've completed this, Doom Chapter 4, breezed through it with Astonishing X-Men, symbiotes, and then like a sort of mixed bag, pick and mix, mixed Mystic team. But so Symbiote Spider-Man is at the very end node of that to farm up, which is amazing. So I'm now hoarding all of my milestones that he's in. So yeah, that's fine for me. I hope everyone else has got through that campaign easily. I think the best thing about this Doom War thing is Doom War Chapter 4 is that it gives you a real framework. It almost says level your symbiotes because they're your bio team for the Doom raids. Level your Astonishing X-Men because they're your mutant team for the Doom raids. And then level your Mystic team, which is probably going to be the new Warriors, Deathpool, Surfer, and Doom or whatever. There's your Mystic team as well. So yeah, I thought it was very good. I thought it was reasonable. I mean, I only think a couple of members of my alliance complained that Dormammu was clapping their cheeks at the end of it, but apart from that, I think everyone got through unscathed. So congratulations if you have finished Doom Chapter 4. And newer players, mid-game players, like I say, build your symbiotes, build your Astonishing X-Men. You'll absolutely tear through that Doom Chapter 4. Okay, updated Doom War campaign missions. So they're also now gear tier 15 mini uniques. They've also been added to select missions in chapters 2 and 3. So, if you're looking at getting into Dark Dimension 4 and you've just beaten the Doom raids, make a note of those nodes. You can pretty much get all of the 15 uniques now farmable, which is amazing. I don't even think you could do that with some of the 13s. So yeah, that's interesting. I guess they're just going to keep that as a bottleneck, but who knows? Okay, so also in this update, assemble a top squad with the limited time Defiant trait, the Sersi event campaign, Darkness Comes. Now, that is live and in the game. So what I thought we could do is we could just have a quick look into the teams that you can use for that. I mean, the majority of people have probably done it already. So yeah, it was with the Defiant trait, I believe. And the team I used for that was a bit of a mixed bag. It was I used Symbiote Spider-Man, Ghost, Deathpool, Hela, and Zemo, and had no real problems getting through it, to be honest. But yeah, fantastic event campaign, and obviously Sersi is part of the tag team with Ikaris, and we read their kits last week, and I believe I can speak for both Adam and Diggs, the other two members of this podcast, when I say that, you know, I don't know if essential is the right word, but you're going to want to go hard on that. So if you're sort of new to the game and you can finish hard, make sure you farm every node in the hard campaign every day. You know, 50 core refreshes, maybe 100 core refreshes as well if you're feeling spicy. You're going to want to get Sersi as high as possible. Aim for a 5-star, because, you know, the minute Ikaris drops as well, like, those two are going to be, well, you know, if you listen to a podcast last week, their kits look incredible. Incredible for raids, incredible for arena, you know, the works. So definitely worth investing in them. Coming in the near future, in Elite Supplies, a 5-star red promotion for Doctor Doom will be available for purchase with Dark promotion credits. Now, I'm nearly at the end of Dark Dimension 2 on my second run, which means I get my Uber Doom. I've just got my baby Doom at the moment, so I'm stoked for that. I've been hoarding my Dark promotion credits anyway, so I'm not sure how much he is. I think it might be covered in the next blog post, but yeah, we can get into that later on. Okay, and bug fixes. So there's a text update. Captain Marvel's level 5 update for her special ability, Warbird, has been updated to include the text plus damage to primary target. The combat behavior was correct and remains unchanged. There's a text update to Cloak's ultimate ability, Shadow Assault. It's been updated to clarify that with Dagger, the attack gains extra piercing damage and is not an additional attack. There's also a text update to Dagger's ultimate ability, Sisson Attitude, has been updated to clarify that with Cloak, the attack gains extra damage and not an additional attack. And they're still trying to fix Deathpool. Her passive ability, Death Comes for All, was clearing positive effects from a random enemy instead of the most injured enemy. Impact sounds for the Shang-Chi's ultimate ability, Way of Fury, was sometimes not working correctly during battles, so they've sorted that. And closing the game after creating or editing a save squad in the Blitz, Arena, Raid, or War tab was causing the team to only be saved on the Roster tab. Trait-specific gear, Bio, Mutant, Mystic, Skill, and Tech at Gear Tier 15 had improper gear names. So by the sound of it, they've sorted all that out. I haven't really seen many people complaining that they haven't sorted it. So that is good, I guess. And this patch had been quite good, actually. We haven't really had any game-breaking bugs that I'm aware of. Not that I can think of, anyway. So that's a good thing, I guess. I know that Android users are saying that there's been an update to the graphics and it's causing crashes. Unfortunately, guys, I apologize. I'm a dirty iPhone user, so I haven't experienced that issue yet myself. But fingers crossed the team at Scopely Boundless can resolve that for us. Okay, so patch day, yeah. So yeah, there's all this talk about Phoenix being a 5-star. That didn't happen. Friday Sersi event. How did we get on? Well, like I say, I got through it quite quickly. I was keen as mustard and did it first thing in the morning, and have been farming her up like a maniac. I've unlocked her, and I'm working as hard as I can to get at least 5 stars on her. Yeah, so fingers crossed that happens. The interesting thing I thought about that campaign was, I believe it's the first node of hard. You literally start with Sersi and Ikaris, and you've pretty much got Black Order in front of you, and you just make short work of them. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's crazy to think that like a year ago, like Black Order was the thing, and now they're just getting, you know, just getting slapped out of the way, getting just crammed down, like game over. You know what I mean? Like they're it's almost like in that first node, they're almost saying, just don't even bother getting Black Order. You know what I mean? They're rubbish, but they're not. They're a great team. I keep saying it. You know, great for war. Yeah, I don't even know now if I'd recommend building Black Order. Obviously, they're a great team go for them if you want, but when there are so many teams now that can counter them, like I don't know, it feels like they almost need an additional member or something. Like, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, but yeah, that's something I noticed. Like, like I say, first mission of the campaign, you absolutely slap Black Order around, and yeah, it just made me smile. I was like, this is them saying not to bother, I guess. We also, so I don't know if any of you remember, last week we discussed a Halloween event. A Halloween reward from the Facebook group. So you had to go over and vote for either Moon Dragon or Venom shards. We got the payout for that, and what a massive payout it was. 15 Moon Dragon shards, thank you very much, and 30 training materials. Whew, I'll take it. I'm fine with that. I was expecting 50. I don't know why. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, I guess. But yeah, and 30 training materials that got absolutely swallowed up today when I was upgrading Sersi. So that's fantastic. Great stuff. Right, in regards to, so we play a game here called MSF Roulette. If any of you guys are new to the podcast, good couple of episodes ago, we basically decided for a laugh we were going to pick 5 characters from the bottom of our roster that we haven't updated at all, and we're going to roll the dice on these 5 characters, and whatever number you get, the character you have to unlock. So the 3 of us all did this. Diggs got Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Adam got Squirrel Girl, and I got Kingpin. So I've been slowly leveling Kingpin up for the last couple of weeks, much to my ire and anger and regret for suggesting the idea. He still has 0 armor, and I believe he's still in the exact same place that I left him last week. So yeah, I'm sure the guys will be laughing hearing that. So let's jump into this week's blog post. So this is a blog post, November 5th, 2021. So quality Mojo versus streaming. Greetings, Commanders. The ratings obsessed Mojo is getting in on the streaming service action with an upcoming special event, and this week we've got the details to help you tune in. But the credits don't roll after the reveal because we've also got a new repeating legendary event, a new featured character punching the clock for strike, and a slew of characters on the move, bonus events to double your fun and resources. For our upcoming events, keep in mind that daylight saving time occurs this week in the US, so you'll see some adjustments, most notably from 5 p.m. to 4 p.m. Now, if your TV has a dial, don't touch it. And for the rest of us with modern TVs, keep the channel on MSF. Okay, so as seen on TV, Mojo is getting ready to launch his new Mojo Plus streaming service, and to make sure it gets rave reviews, he's featuring his greatest superstar characters. As Mojo needs you, Commander, to make Mojo Plus a hit. Battle with his superstars in exchange for fabulous prizes during this limited time event. So we've got, one event jumping straight into another, which is great. And yeah, so the quality streaming milestone. Turn enemies into dead air using characters with the limited time superstar trait in Blitz to earn points towards a 2-day recurring milestone that repeats 5 times, so 10 days in total. Earn additional points by blitzing with superstar characters with Gear Tier 9, Gear Tier 12, and Gear Tier 15, or battling arena and raids with any character. Rewards include teal, orange, and purple gear, as well as gold face bits that can be exchanged for limited time costumes. So scoring in the 2 days, if you win or lose in arena, you get 120 points. So make sure you get your 5 arenas in. If you win or lose in raid, it's 75 points. Win blitz, 15 points. Win blitz sim is 8 points. Blitz with trait is 20 points. Win blitz with gear tier 9 plus is 7. Win blitz with gear tier 12, 6 additional points, 13 total. And win blitz with gear tier 15, 5 additional points, 18 total. So I'm guessing this is trying to encourage people to sort of widen their rosters or whatever. To be honest, it's another event. Just play it how you normally play it. Rank leaderboards. Okay, so you've earned at least 3,000 points via the quality streaming milestone. Climb the ranks of the leaderboard that rewards gold phase bits and promotional credits. So that's interesting. They're going to go for a little leaderboard thing there. That's cool. Costumes. As seen on TV, features a new costume as well as 3 costumes featured in past events. Use the gold phase bits earned during this event to purchase your choice of costumes. So the new Ultron's What If costume, which, like I say, looks fantastic, definitely worth going for, I think. Scarlet Witch is WandaVision 50s costume, WandaVision's Vision as well. his 50s costume, and Loki's President Loki costume. So that's cool. I know there was a little bit of a few issues with the Loki's President Loki costume if you were playing the game when it last came. So there's your opportunity to get that, I guess. The only one I'm interested in is the What If. So I imagine the What If costume is probably going to be the hardest to obtain, and then the other three will probably be slightly easier. So up to you. Like I say, it's another bonus event, so I wouldn't change your playstyle too much for it. I'll probably create a couple of blitz teams in relation to the trait, the superstar trait, and just run those like I normally would do. So yeah, and apart from that, that's pretty much it for me. Okay, so Strike Pass. Time is running out on the current season of Strike, so keep completing your daily objectives to earn dagger character shards and luminous credits. Season 8 will end on November 9th, and please note it'll end at 3:45 PST in order to allow for a 15-minute period to finalise the season before the next begins. The next season of Strike Pass then starts on November 9th at 4 p.m. and features the limb-shattering services of Shang-Chi. Very interesting, Shang-Chi. Everyone was expecting Ikaris to be in the Strike Pass, me included. So that's very interesting, Shang-Chi going there. And then I imagine he'll probably get taken or put on a node or something like that in the future. So yeah, make sure you finish your Strike Passes up soonish, guys. Get all those dagger character shards. I know that Diggs is chomping at the bit to get those because he's got 7 red star dagger. So yeah. New repeating legendary event. Make room, Magneto and Invisible Woman, because a new repeating legendary event is on the way. Starting on November 8th at 4 p.m, Phoenix's legendary event, Phoenix Rising, will repeat regularly every 6 to 7 weeks. You'll still be able to earn character shards from the Malicious Manipulators bonus event prior to Phoenix Rising, but the login calendar has been discontinued. Instead, you'll receive 3 shards for up to 7 of the required characters in the inbox announcing the start of the event. So that's really cool. If you're a mid-game player or you don't have Phoenix, this is perfect for you. You know that once this event drops on November 8th, you've got 6 to 7 weeks before she comes back again. So you can farm up all those trash characters, those Villain Mystic controllers, get them all up to, your whatever, 6 stars. And yeah, like I said, I've got a video on that. It'll be in the description box if you're listening on the podcast services, and it's also on the YouTube description box as well. So if you're still a little bit confused about all of that, we've got a video for it. Okay, so availability updates. The doors have been closed on the Lab Experiments event, but there's still time to redeem your silver phase bits for Anti-Venom's Ancient Pharaoh costume. All unused bits will be converted to costume credits on November 6th. So head to the costume store before then to bond Venom to this costume. Now, me personally, that costume's not for me. But yeah, look, I'll just convert my phase bits. That's fine. I'm not I'm not that fussed. I've got my eyes on a couple of cheeky costumes, so I'll go with those instead. Thank you very much. On the character front, 3 heroes are on the move in the coming week. So on November 9th at 4 p.m, Colin Wing is slashing into the arena orb exclusively at a higher drop rate. So that's great. This will move Filer Bell into the Arena Supplies store for 975 credits, and Scream will now move down a slot and her cost will be reduced to 500 arena credits. If you are listening on a podcast service, that is me rubbing my hands together. Thank you very much. 500 credits for Scream. I've nearly finished leveling Blob to 7 stars, so I can hop straight over and get Scream up to 7. Underrated character in my opinion. I really like Scream. Yeah, she's been fantastic in Doctor Dimension 4 for me. So yeah, and yeah, Filer Bell going into the arena supplies for 975. That's really good news. Well, it's not good news that she's 975, but in a couple of months' time she'll drop down to the 500. So that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I understand the negativity about characters going into this arena raw because you're not guaranteed, a pull of said characters. So yeah, a bit of a shame, but a bit of a shame that Colleen is going in there, but in a couple of months' time she'll drop out and she'll be available for 975. But by then, Heroes for Hire probably won't be a thing anymore. Moving on. We've also got 2 Red Star promotion updates heading your way. Dagger's Red Star promotions will be available in the Elite store starting on November 10th. like I say, Diggs won't be fussed about that because he's already got her at 7 stars. And accompanying the new Doom War chapter will also be making additional Red Star promotions available for Doctor Doom in the near future. So start stocking up on your Dark promotion credits. So for those of you that aren't aware, whenever there's a character in the Red Star promotion store with a 15% drop rate, you don't get the 10 times Dark promotion credits. So if you're looking at upgrading Doom, I mean, the majority of you that are doing that will probably know this already, but wait until that character. So at the moment, like I say, Sersi's in there for 15%. So she'll probably come out in a couple of days' time, and then there'll be 2 or 3 days where it's just normal, everything's fine. And that is when you've got your 10 times Dark promotion credits. So if you're looking at getting upgrades for Doom or Ultron or the other dude, the blue dude, whose name escapes me, yeah, that's how you do it. Ultimus, there we go, thank you. Okay, so moving on, upcoming blitzes for our blitzing homies. Light a fire under your roster with 2 beastie characters in our upcoming blitzes. So heating up the battle on November 8th is the Flame On Blitz, where you can cut through enemies like a hot knife through butter in exchange for Human Torch character shards. That's cool, I'm fine with that. And then on November 11th, it's the Azure Animal Blitz. So slam enemies in battle to rack up tons of Beast shards. So that's cool. Beast is great in that Astonishing X-Men team. Again, another underrated character in my opinion. I really dig Beast. Mine isn't 7 stars, so I'll be blitzing like crazy next weekend, much to the chagrin of my partner. But yeah, good times. Bonus and flash events. Arriving just in time for Phoenix Rising debut as a repeating legendary event is the Malicious Manipulators bonus event on November 7th. Earn double shard payouts in campaign nodes for your villain Mystic Controller characters and prep up for Phoenix's arrival. Filter your roster by villain Mystic Controller for a complete list of eligible characters and their node locations. Then on November 12th at 4 p.m, Chaos Theory returns with your opportunity to send your Wakandans into battle to bring back silver and gold promotion credits. Bolster your Wakandans for this mission on November 11th with the Wakanda Nation bonus event, which rewards double shard payouts in campaign nodes. Filter your roster by Wakandan to see which characters qualify and where they're located. That's really cool. I think the only Wakandan I need to take to 7 stars now is Okoye, and I'm trying my best to get her there for that. But I think I'm 150 shards away, so maybe next month. But yeah, that's cool. We are all about Chaos Theory. We're all about those silver and gold promotion credits. Everyone wants more of them, so happy days. And yeah, finally, also arriving on November 12th at 4 p.m. is the double XP throttle bonus event. Commanders level 14 and above don't miss out on earning double experience rewards for campaign nodes for a limited time. So again, a really good catch-up mechanic if you're trying to get to level 85. Yeah, fantastic stuff. You know, double experience will help get you there quicker. So that's good news. So yeah, all in all, a good blog post. My only issue with it is obviously there's no mention of Ikaris. So we've covered Real-Time Arena. So Real-Time Arena is... Oh no, so they didn't actually mention Real-Time Arena, did they? Which is interesting because that's actually out now. So you've got this month's Real-Time Arena is, oddly enough, is Cyclops, and then the Phoenix costume is on the paid track. So yeah, which is interesting. So I mean, I wasn't expecting Ikaris to go into Real-Time Arena, to be honest. I was expecting him to go into the Strike Pass like normal. So this has sort of got my the hairs on the back of my neck up, and I'll explain why in a second. So Silver Surfer's run in the raid milestones is supposed to end at the end of this raid milestone. So that's in 8 days' time. So if you're trying to get an additional star on your Surfer, shout at all of your alliance mates and make them work harder. And you know, let's get all of those Silver Surfer shards. I'm really interested to see where Surfer goes from here. But here's what I think. So bear with me. There's method to my madness. I think we're going to get offers for Ikaris next week or around next week. And I think they're going to do what they did for Silver Surfer. And I think they're going to do the $20, £20, $20, pounds, whatever you want to call it. I think Ikaris is going to be £20, similar to Surfer, and then he's going to go into the raid milestones just like Silver Surfer. I think that's what they're going to do. So maybe raid milestones will cool off for a while, and then once they've made enough money from the Ikaris Silver Surfer sort of rollout, they'll then be like, oh, and good luck, Commanders, he's going into the raid Milestones, and that'll be the only way you can get him. That's what I think they're going to do, because there's no mention of him in the blog posts, unless they do a blitz for him next week. But I don't see them just giving him away like that. So interesting. But yeah, let's keep our eyes peeled, I guess. And let me know what you think in the comments. Where do you think Ikaris is going to be? Like I say, I really think he's going to end up in raid Milestones, and I really think you're just going to have to pay for him off the bat. But like I say, we will see. Right, okay, so Dark Dimension wise, obviously I'm the only one that can really talk about it this week because the guys are busy. I'm in the last node of Dark Dimension 4 for my second run. I've done, so out of 91 million damage, I've done 71, so I've got 71 million left, so I'll still be chipping away at it. I'm not refreshing the node anymore. I'm just going to, let it happen and take my time with it. So hopefully this time next week, I'm averaging, I believe, 7 or 8 million damage a day. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I'm averaging 8.5 million per day. So hopefully I've got it wrapped up by next week, and I'll have my Uber Doom. But yeah, and I haven't really been, the only characters I've really been sort of going for, as I say, is Sersi. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this week, guys. I really appreciate you listening, as I say, and yeah, we'll probably have a full crew next week, which is exciting. But yeah, so let me know in the comments if you are looking forward to getting the Ultron costume. I think it looks fantastic. It's a shame they don't have like additional benefits or anything like that with these costumes. I really feel like that maybe in a year's time will be the way forward. All right, guys, please remember to rate and review this podcast however you consume it, and please do not forget to follow or subscribe. If you want to ask us a question for next week, drop it down in the YouTube comments below. There's a link in the description if you are listening. And thanks a lot for checking us out. We will catch you next week. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Catch you next week. Thanks a lot for listening, and good luck, Commanders. Boom.